Hi guys, it's Deborah. Welcome to my channel. So today is day 6 of my January Ketovore challenge using a high-fat Ketovore diet as well as a 20-hour fast, 4-hour eating window every single day for the month of January. So because I'm almost at the end of my week 1, I sat down, I've made a plan. I'm going to start to track my calories. I've got my macro split all dialed in. So I'm going to share all that with you right now. Let's go. Right. So first things first, here's my weigh-in for today. $172. It's going up and down, up and down. That's fine. That's what happens when you weigh yourself every day. That's part of the package. So I'm not worried about it. I'm not concerned. I'm almost at the end of my week 1. So today's day 6. Tomorrow's day 7. And at the beginning of this challenge, I had told myself or declared that my first week, I was just going to kind of get adapted to this new challenge. The 20-hour fast, 4-hour eating window, plus getting like fat adapted. It's actually a thing. It takes a little bit of time. So, so my first week has just been kind of doing whatever. I've had my homemade Ketovore ice cream almost every day. And then I introduced a most amazing hot fudge sauce. So I have all the recipes and all that stuff in my past 5 days of doing this Ketovore challenge, so you can check those out. Anyways, time to cut out some of those shenanigans. I want to get serious now. So going into week 2, I sat down, created a plan, and decided that the best strategy moving forward, if I'm really serious, which I am, just put those macros down, get the calorie thing. When you're eating every day, for me, this is what I believe, you have to be in a calorie deficit. I have to be in a calorie deficit if I want to lose weight. My goal is to lose 10 pounds. So that's my plan. Here's what it is. Right, so at the beginning of this challenge, I talked a little bit about the whole process of calculating your TDEE and a calorie deficit and all that. So I'm just going to go right into it in this video. So my TDEE is 2,100 calories, and that's based on my age, my gender, my height, my weight, my body fat percentage, and my activity level. If you're interested in doing yours, there's all kinds of TDEE calculators. Just Google that and you can figure out what yours is. So in order to lose weight, they say you need to create a calorie deficit or a deficit in some way. It could be calories or exercise. So for my plan, I've decided to create a deficit just out the gate, starting with a 250 calorie deficit. So from my 2,100 calories of my maintenance, my TDE, I will subtract 250. So that leaves me a daily calorie allotment of 1,850. Right. So even if after a week or 2, when I do a reevaluation and I find that, things aren't moving or budging or, whatever, I'm not going to create a further calorie deficit. I sat down and I thought, no, that's my max deficit. And I know anything less than that and I won't feel good. It will lead to things. It will lead down a path that I'm not interested in going. So should I need a further deficit, I will create a deficit with exercise. So I decided to use MyFitnessPal. I love MyFitnessPal because you can customize your daily goals based on the amount of calories you want to consume and the percentages of your fat, protein, and carbs. You can actually state the percentages, and it will actually give you then the grams of each macro that you can consume each day, and it tracks it. So as you track it in the MyFitnessPal, it deducts and it tells you what's left and all that kind of stuff. I think most people are familiar with MyFitnessPal. Just wanted to kind of put that out there. So here is my calorie and macro breakdown for the rest of my January Ketovore challenge. So of those 1850 calories, I've allotted 75% of those calories to fat, 20% of those calories to protein, and 5% of those calories to carbs. I gave myself a little bit of a generous carb count because I just needed that window. I felt like I needed that window. If I don't use those 5%, that will bump up my fat percentage because I'll probably use those extra calories in fat. So it could be anywhere from 75-20, like fat protein ratio, to 80-20. And I'm very comfortable with that. Now, what that breaks down to is 75% of my 1850 in fat comes out to 154 grams of fat. My 20% of 1850 calories for protein comes out to 93 grams of fat. And 5% of my 1850 calories in carbs equals 23 grams of carbs. So that's perfect for me. I'm a little bit stubborn. I'm a Taurus sun. So I just had to push through. And now that I'm kind of figuring it all out, I'm actually excited about it because I really do feel that this could be the edge that I need. And not to do it dragging my feet. I want to do it in a way that is fun and exciting. I don't want to get too past this, level of micromanaging it. I made the commitment that I'm going to log every single meal and just look, it's like looking at the scale. If some days it fluctuates and it's a little bit more or a little bit less, whatever, I'm okay with that. I'm not going to be like totally militant. I feel like it's the same thing as I'm doing with the scale, is just look, because I'm positive the last couple days I was way over 1850 calories. So what I'm going to do today is I've tracked my food, and I still have my last meal to go before I close my eating window. So I'm going to share the breakdown of the calories and the macros, and just share like a picture of the food that I've eaten today. And then maybe every once in a while during this challenge, I'll just do that, just share the food and the calorie breakdown and all that stuff. All right, guys, so I will see you in the next part of this video. Hi, guys. Okay, so here are the meals that I had today. I will share the calories for each meal, and then at the very end, I will show you the calorie and macro breakdown according to MyFitnessPal. So here's my bone broth, which I broke my fast with, and it's 2 cups or 16 ounces of bone broth, and then I add a half a tablespoon of butter, zip it through my Vitamix, and that's my bone broth latte. That comes out to be 189 calories. So my next meal was a egg salad with a little bit of mayo, 1 tablespoon to be exact. And I had 8 of these pork rinds, chicanero, I think they were called. Anyways, that was a delicious meal. That came to 460 calories. And then my last meal was 100 grams of ground pork with 100 grams of ground beef. And I just stir fried that with salt and onion powder and garlic powder and even some oregano. So I call that my inside out sausage. It's so good. It's one of my favorite meals. And then on top of that, I put 2 fried eggs with a soft yolk. And I also added 1 tablespoon of butter. So that meal was 752 calories. And then I had, in between all that, I had a little bit of that hot fudge sauce left over, but it had hardened, not hardened, but it was more like a fat bomb at that point. So I did consume that. I wasn't sure how much it was, but I calculated it was around between 250 and 300 calories. So for my total calorie count for today was somewhere between 1850 and 1950. I couldn't pin it down because of the hot fudge fat bomb, but I'll show my macro breakdown here. So I was almost completely on point. So that's it guys. That's my breakdown of my calories and my plan moving forward. So if you like this video, hit like and subscribe for sure, because I've got so many more videos coming, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Take care.